The following is a paid broadcast from the Jamaica Teachers Association. Hi, we are fully into the new year. Let's now welcome our president, Mark Malava, with JTA's New Year's Message.
Fellow educators, colleagues, and partners in education, as we usher in a new year, I extend sincere greetings to every teacher, principal, vice principal, guidance counselor, dean of discipline, bursar, education officer, and other ministry officials across Jamaica. The start of a new year invites reflection, but more importantly, it calls us to renewal of purpose, resolve, and collective commitment to the education of our children and the well-being of those who teach them. The year just concluded tested the strength of our education system and the resilience of our people. Hurricane Melissa left deep scars on communities, on schools, and on families, including many within our profession. Yet once again, Jamaica's teachers stood firm. In the face of damaged infrastructure, personal loss, and emotional strain, you continued to serve. As we look ahead, one of our most urgent tasks is addressing learning loss. Loss caused not only by interrupted instruction, but by trauma, displacement, and uncertainty. Our students are returning to classrooms, carrying experiences that cannot be ignored. Many of them uprooted, frightened, or emotionally unsettled, and this reality must shape how we teach in the year ahead. I therefore encourage our teachers to redouble their efforts, not merely through increased instructional pace, but through purposeful, trauma-informed teaching. This requires recognizing that healing and learning must occur together. It calls for patience, empathy, diagnostic teaching, differentiated instruction, and classroom environments where students feel safe enough to engage and succeed. Accordingly, the Jamaica Teachers Association, working in partnership with our international allies, will prioritize professional development programs designed to strengthen our members' capacity in trauma-informed teaching, ensuring that our classrooms remain spaces of safety, care, and academic recovery. In times such as these, effective teaching is inseparable from crisis leadership. Our educators are not only instructors, they are stabilizing forces in the lives of children and communities. As principals and teachers, you are being asked to lead with clarity in uncertainty, compassion in distress, and decisiveness amid complexity. The JTA recognizes this expanded role and will continue to advocate for training, resources, and policy support necessary to sustain it. Colleagues, while we ask much of our teachers, we are equally clear that teacher well-being must be protected. The emotional toll of recent crises has been significant, and for many, recovery is still unfolding. The Jamaica Teachers Association will therefore continue and strengthen its psychosocial support initiatives in the new year. These efforts are aimed at supporting teachers who are coping with trauma, stress, anxiety, and loss, because we understand that teachers cannot pour from an empty vessel. Teacher welfare is not a peripheral concern. It is central to the effectiveness and sustainability of our education system. At the same time, the JTA insists that psychosocial support provided by the Ministry of Education must not be treated as a temporary or crisis-only intervention. It must be ongoing and deliberately woven into the fabric of national recovery and school operations. Emotional healing is not linear, and support cannot end when headlines fade. Sustainable recovery requires sustained care for students and for the educators who serve them. Even as we work to recover, we must confront the realities before us with honesty and foresight. Recovery alone is not sufficient. Preparation must proceed alongside it. With another hurricane season already on the horizon, the issue of how we lead in moments of crisis can no longer be postponed. There are evident gaps in crisis leadership preparedness within the education system, and these must be addressed in a deliberate and structured manner. Accordingly, the Jamaica Teachers Association is calling on the government to commence meaningful dialogue and planning around crisis leadership and disaster preparedness in education, even as recovery efforts continue. As we recommit to our professional responsibilities, we must remain resolute in defending our professional worth. The issues of salaries and conditions of service will remain at the forefront of the JTA's agenda in the year ahead. Teaching excellence cannot be sustained by goodwill alone. The demands placed on educators, particularly in crisis context, require fair compensation and dignified working conditions. In the coming months, the association will continue its engagement with the government to advance negotiations that are long overdue. Our advocacy will be firm, principled, and guided by the collective mandate of our membership. The new year will also require continued vigilance regarding legislative matters affecting the profession, particularly the Jamaica Teaching Council bill. The JTA remains committed to high professional standards that enhance quality and public trust. However, we will continue to insist that regulation must respect teachers' voices, professional autonomy, and lived realities. Reform must be undertaken with teachers, not to teachers. In the year ahead, the association will maintain its role as a critical but constructive partner in these discussions, ensuring that the profession is strengthened rather than diminished. As we move forward, we remain mindful of those among us who are still rebuilding after Hurricane Melissa. The JTA's disaster relief initiatives will continue into the new year, transitioning from immediate emergency response to longer-term recovery and infrastructure support. This work reflects one of our core principles: no teacher stands alone. Whether through material assistance, psychosocial support, or advocacy with the state and partner agencies, the association will remain present and responsive to the needs of its members. Colleagues, the year ahead will demand much of us, but it also holds great promise. It is an opportunity to strengthen our profession, deepen solidarity, and reaffirm education as central to Jamaica's recovery and development. Let us therefore move forward with unity of purpose, professional courage, and a shared sense of duty. Let us continue to support one another, to speak with one voice on matters that affect our profession, and to serve our students with excellence grounded in compassion. The Jamaica Teachers Association stands ready to advocate, to support, to negotiate, and to lead. Together, we will confront the challenges before us and shape a future worthy of our students and our profession. I wish for you and your families a safe, healthy, and purposeful New Year. Thank you.
Colleagues and friends in Jamaica and in the diaspora, The proceeding was the New Year's message of JTA President Mark Malava. Thank you for watching.